But
That's cute. This is the Canon XF605, dude. This is our main broadcast camera we're going to be using. Please don't use the fan that it comes with, if it comes with one. Mine came with one. It was so bad. So go to AC Infinity, like the S6, S8. I haven't said anything to anyone yet, but you just finished Lasered episode 3? 4. Episode 4. How did that come out? Because I haven't even watched it yet. Are you pleased with it?
It came out pretty good.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another episode of the Laser Source Podcast, the #1 podcast if you like quiet nights. We're having one. I don't know if you can see my eyes right now, but I'm exhausted. The movers literally moved us into our house Tuesday, which is why we're going live today on Thursday, which is weird because we usually do Tuesdays. But we just moved into our new place and I just got the office back together. Yeah, so I'm back. I'm ready to start working again. Ollie's more or less settled in the house now. What's up, man?
What up?
I'm just telling people how I'm wrecked.
Yeah. We're doing
nice. We're doing a lot. I don't even know where to start. I know you want to see all the toys we got, right? So,
hell yeah, I can't wait, dude. I'm telling you.
I guess I keep looking at this one thing, so I'll go get it and we'll start with that because I don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm sure you guys don't want to sit around and listen to me and moan about moving. That's what I've really been doing is moving.
I think your background looks dope as shit though.
Test 1, 2. Whoop, nope.
There we go.
Test,
that sounds good.
Test. Whoop, right there.
She says I need to turn it down.
You need to turn your mom down. Emergencystop.net. We haven't recorded an emergency stop in a while either. I miss it.
Yeah, it's been busy, man. Well, hell, I've been sick for the last week and a half. That sucks. Like every time I laughed, I coughed.
Did you get ye old COVID?
Nope, I checked it every other day for 2 or 3 times. We checked it.
Just
Diana checked it.
So a good old fashioned.
I think so. That or just with all the seasonal allergies, the drainage set up a nice little haven for like a respiratory infection, or bronchitis or whatnot. Yeah. And that's why I had no voice. And not like
ye old upper respiratory then.
Yeah, that was a rough night sleeping because you're coughing all night long, headaches.
Crystal wants to know why Kyle is hiding in the dark. I literally don't think his camera's on, just straight up.
My camera's not on. It was a rough day.
People.
Here, hold on.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I got you.
I'm assuming it's Crystal. Laura's asking if that's Crystal. I just assume it's Crystal. I assume John has better things to do than sit around and listen to us talk. So, it's only like my second Coke today. I really need it.
It's Soda Simulator ASMR.
Yeah, I'm stalling actually because Michael said that he was coming and he's going to want to talk about all this cool stuff. So
she says it's always her. Crystal said that.
But yeah, this is the new
grand tour, man.
There's not much.
Got some shelving going on.
There's not much going on. I got some shelving. We got some camera-esque items here. And some lenses here, audio up there. This bottom shelf is all Pokemon cards. This shelf is all fucking Pokemon cards. Charging stations over here, just all charging and stuff. There he is. The doctor himself.
Bam.
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
So now I can grab the first thing. I have 2 of these.
Oh yeah,
and these are super cool.
Toys.
And they were incredibly expensive, more than I thought they were going to be. This was probably the most sticker shock that I got while I was shopping. There are things that are more expensive than this that we got for LBX, but I wasn't expecting this to be as expensive as it was. What this is a PTZ camera. It stands for pan, tilt, and zoom. So you get the tilt, you get the pan, and it has a 30x optical zoom. So no digital zoom here. It outputs 4K via the SDI and NDI outputs on the back. So you can actually connect this just with an Ethernet cable and power it with Ethernet, and it will send 4K video back over that Ethernet line to be decoded at the other end, which is really, really cool. So this is going to be like our crowd cam, right? So we're going to use this. We're going to post it up super high, and it's going to look down at the crowd and the vendors and stuff. And like, you know, Michael will be in the control booth and he'll be able to like kind of pan it around and stuff like that and like zoom in on certain vendors and things. It's really cool. It's a very, very cool thing. Imagine like a 4K security camera is kind of what this is. And and it's badass. And it came with.
Just gotta figure out how to mount it high up.
Oh, well, so I found a solution for that. Yeah, it's really cool. So I got like one of those like 20-foot tripods, and then Newer makes this crossbar. So basically you mount the crossbar on the top of the tripod, and it's a bar that comes out like this, and then it gives you two downwards facing like quarter 20s.
Mounts.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, so you can mount this off the end of that.
Yeah, upside down,
and you'll be able to like pan around with it and stuff like that. So
what's going to keep it from tipping though? It looks a little bit heavy.
It's hard to explain without showing you a picture, but the thing is built for that. So it's
okay.
Yeah, and it is heavy. It's very heavy.
I was about to say, I was thinking more like a bracket deal that you could like bracket to something and like clamp it down.
Well, me too, but like we can't fuck up the building.
In the film industry, what we typically do is we use something called a sandbag, which is literally what it sounds like. It's just a bag of sand that's designed to go over tripods, C-stands, everything in between. And it's just basically, it makes the base very heavy.
Sturdy. Yeah, the base has got to weigh more than the top. You know, that's the big thing.
So if you thought that was cool, here's the controller, which is really cool. So it'll actually preview
one of the
video.
Really neat things about that is that a lot of those numpad, the button punches that you see on it, you can pre-designate certain positions that the camera is tilted in, and literally just punch in a code, and it'll go to that immediate position. So if we set up beforehand at IPX where you guys talk specifically about this brand or that brand or that brand, I can position the camera to that spot, save it, and then whenever you guys are talking about it when sitting down, I just punch in the code and boom, the camera's on that.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
And I don't have to move
and
or
it's,
anything.
dude, look, it's got a joystick.
Michael's channeling his inner Emerald Lagasse. Bam!
Bam. Yeah, totally. And it's, of course, it's got the LCD on it so you can see what you're doing, which is really cool.
Display. Okay.
The codes also let you punch in camera codes. We're not millionaires, but you could control theoretically like up to 100 cameras with this, which is crazy.
So can that thing go to a heads-up display though? Like you can just put a monitor there for it, make it easier to see what he's doing.
It's got HDMI out.
Oh yeah, you're good then. Yep.
So you can do that too. And we have some really cool monitors. If there's an appetite for them, I will take them out to show them to you guys. But yeah, it's just cool, man. It's just got a joystick. Joysticks are cool. Everybody likes joysticks. So that's the first thing.
Well, I'm kind of jealous that I don't get to play with that toy. I know I got other shit you want me to do, but I'm just like, I would love to sit down and that'd be so crazy.
I'm sure that like once Michael has it all set up, you can come over and sit down and fondle the joystick for a few minutes.
I'll sit in Michael's lap and play with the joystick. There you go.
Won't be the only joystick.
Will wants to know when LBX is again. It is the last weekend of October, right before Halloween.
Well, luckily it's only 3.5 hour drive for me. Thank goodness.
Yeah, no, it's like a it's like a 10-hour flight for me.
Wait, where the hell are you at?
Alabama.
No,
it's more like a 5-hour flight, but still.
If there's a connecting flight in there, a layover or whatever.
Jersey.
This is the next thing that I want to show you, and you're going to definitely be having some experience with this, boys. In fact, goes with another thing that I have. Hold on.
This is going to be great because I've always wanted to do stuff like this. Like I did my podcast, and I thought I was fucking fancy for getting this little bitty Sony 4K. But
that's cute. This is the Canon XF605, dude. This is our main broadcast camera we're going to be using while we are there. So this is the main boy right here. And then we got something else that goes with it called a Mars, which basically will hook up to this and then send 4K video back to the television studio equipment wirelessly. So what I'm thinking is Boyce will sit there with his Samson Q8X, which is a very nice dynamic microphone I picked up, and you can actually go talk to people, Boyce. I want you in front of this thing.
On the street,
man, on the
street. Yeah, on the street. And this will send that video and audio back wirelessly, so we can have somebody rolling with this out on the vendor floor. You'll be there like blah blah blah. Oh wow, that's so cool. Blah blah blah. And then Michael will literally not even have to leave the control booth, and he'll just be able to cut that in while Matt and I are like sitting in the studio, like eating peanuts and like talking shit in the background, and we can cut to you like a news reporter during a hurricane. Like it would be, that's what I'm picturing. And I think we have the equipment to make that go down.
Will we have a tripod to sit that down on if I wanted to go like?
I got some really nice tripods. I don't have them totally unboxed yet, so I'm not going to pull them out, but I got them from Small Rig, and they're carbon fiber, like video tripods. They're really, really nice.
Yeah, I have a carbon fibre.
Yeah, I have a decent one, but I doubt it's what you got.
we've got lots of good stuff for that. So this is a main camera here. So this will do like all of our main shooting. And then fancy mic. I just really like this. I've never had anything like this before. I think it's cool. And then we have the B cam. So I'll go get the B cam.
Guys, what's funny is I actually went to a protest up in Grand Rapids, Michigan a couple years back. I had a Zoom 5 on me and 2 XLR cables with 2 microphones in my pockets like guns. I'd be like...
I actually just took this to Niagara Falls to test it out and get to know the controls a little bit.
I'm gonna need some learning.
So this is the little brother, the XA75. This is kind of like the little boy. So this one will be the kind of like stay home one. So if this is out with you, like out talking to vendors or something, we'll still have this for the like kind of main studio camera. But yeah, they're both really, really nice cameras. They're not super fancy. I wouldn't try to make like a non-documentary movie. Like they're not filmmaking cameras, but they're like the next best thing, and they're certainly better than a GoPro. So we should be in pretty good shape as far as like cameras go. So that'll be a lot of fun too. Like a shoulder rig is a good idea. I'm seeing a shoulder. Ed C saying like a shoulder rig.
Oh, but that's when you just stay on that.
That's typically what they do is a shoulder rig.
Yeah, they're cheap. That's easy to pick up. We can grab that a couple weeks before the show. Those are easy to get, and you don't really need to learn how to use them. So I'm trying to get all the like equipment. Also, the rack was just delivered, guys. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so we basically got one of those big black showcases with like the aluminum, like, supporting rods and corners on the sides and things like that. And inside is a rack, like a standard 19-inch like server rack. And we've got all of our audio and video equipment rack mountable so that we can build it all into this one thing, and like tables fall out from the sides. So like you have like a workstation built into it. It's very cool. It was delivered at the shop today, so I haven't had time to go back to like get it and bring it here, but I am bringing it here to the home studio, and we're going to set it up like right here behind me. So next time we do a podcast
unboxing video,
I should have it together, and I'll be able to show you guys all the neat things that can do. But that's basically going to be like the kind of command center, which will be really cool. So that's coming too. I'm trying to think what else of the like really cool stuff.
I do have a question about the battery life on those cameras.
What, these?
Yeah, on like the portables. Yeah, so we'll need like a battery pack for backup, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, yeah.
With a backpack on and shit.
We're so covered on batteries.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I've ran into that problem before.
I wish I could show you this. Hold on.
That's my biggest worry. I used to carry like huge units in a backpack, and
if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that he has over 1 million Canon batteries, typically what we do is we use a V-mount battery that will go onto that shoulder rig that people were talking about, and it would sit on the back of it, and it would use a special cable that would come out and plug into the DC port of the cameras. But like I said, he's got 1 million Canon batteries.
This isn't even like all of them. This is just, and they're the fattest ones they make. This is just some of the batteries that I have for this crap, and we have I can just keep going. I can go back over to the shelf and keep getting more and more and more of these. We're good.
So on those, you can have backups already plugged in and rotate those in and out.
You can run this off DC power and then pop like batteries in as needed if you need to. But hopefully we'll be, we want to spend as much time like wired to the wall as possible. Shore power, as Michael taught me.
He's learning.
It's called. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we'll want to stay hooked up to that as much as possible. But I'm good on batteries. We're solid on batteries. I think that's it for the big stuff. I did get essentially it's this kit right here. So it's the X-Tech arm and then the Samson Q9U. I think it is dynamic microphone, which I think sounds really good. I love the way this mic sounds.
It sounds clean.
I bought 4 of all of them. I bought 4 of just like this entire kit that I use here. I bought 4 so that we can all sit around the table basically And like, we'll have the same exact audio. It's going to run through the same exact system. We'll have all the same exact levels. So nothing's really going to change. It'll be super consistent. 4 of these, too, you know, the Sonys that I'm wearing. I don't remember the model number. It's long and obnoxious, but I got 4 pairs of the Sonys too, and a bunch of other stuff like that. Things that you just like wouldn't think of that we have. So
you know what? You should get sponsored by Sony for this son of a bitch. Good Lord.
No, I'd rather get sponsored by Blackmagic because they're the ones with all the fancy stuff. I've been trying my hardest to convince Alex to go towards Blackmagic instead of Canon, but he just has to have his.
Well, I already own $10,000 in Canon glass. That's the problem. Like RF Canon glass, and the Blackmagic cameras that Michael wants me to get they take the EF mount, but I have the R6 and I have 2 R6s, and so all of my glass is RF. So the EF is outdated, and I don't have any of that glass anymore, and I don't want to re-buy a bunch of old glass to use on new cameras. So I'm just going to wait.
It's not outdated. That's one of the most popular ones being used right now.
Isn't that Sony?
What?
The EF's Sony use EF?
EF is Canon's old one before the mirrorless cameras came out. It's like their DSLR lenses.
So Canon used to run on the EF because it was the standard, and then they made their own because if they can charge their own amount of money for their specialized lenses, they make more money. You can actually adapt an EF lens to fit on an RF mount.
Oh, is that the one that's based on like the old Minolta lenses? I think like the A mount. It was for a while or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
100% sure.
Neither here nor there. But yeah, that's basically it. There's cameras. There's a ton of cables. I learned there's this thing called SDI that you use instead of HDMI when you're a professional, and the cables are much longer and it's very rugged and nice. So I have a massive pile of those, and that was expensive. And you know, I don't know. There's a lot, but needless to say, LBX is going to be very well taken care of. So
we have 5 months.
That's about
plenty of time.
What I have to say about that right now. We have more stuff coming. Some of the coolest stuff is coming, like the ATEM, which is basically like the TV studio in a box, the thing that like switches between cameras and inputs and outputs. It's like that PTZ controller I showed you, but like bigger and like a lot of lights and switches and dials and levers. So that is coming eventually, and then the rack, and I'll have the rack all put together next time for those who
we got to come up with some new merch.
Care about it. I know we need some new merch. I see Beam It Up saying Minolta. Just realized how old I am, bro. Let me show you one of my favorite cameras. Miranda just messaged me on Slack and said we're not a camera show, but that's what's been going on in my life, so that's what I have to share.
Cameras matter when it comes to product photography, websites.
We're showing you guys that we're getting some really good content coming out for you guys.
Man.
This is one of my favorite cameras of all time. It is the Minolta Freedom 3, and it's a point and shoot. It's so awesome. Like, just, I don't even know if you guys can see through that viewfinder. Probably not. It's not going to focus for me, but it's so, just everything about this camera is sick, and it's super sharp, and it's a film. Takes film. It's a film camera. I have film on my shelf back there too, but yeah, I love this little thing. It's super
Willie
cool.
says the airport's going to love you.
Oh no, I'm driving. Screw that. I'm not paying them to
break all your equipment.
Yeah, it's a break. Yeah, I'm not paying them to break all my equipment. Yeah, that's not happening.
Dude.
So I will definitely be renting a small truck and driving.
Make sure it's got one of those cover cabs, because with our luck, it start raining on your drive.
You just get you a Suburban.
Michael being the Debbie Downer over here. Jeez.
Dude, I don't know.
Look, I can't tell you how many times I've tried to travel with equipment in an open truck. Hell, the last production I was on, we traveled with an open trailer to carry all the stuff. It poured down raining. Over $10,000 worth of C-stands rusted over because it was left out in the open.
I'm talking about like a U-Haul, just to be clear.
Better get one of those pull behind
the small trailers,
like a trailer, for a Harley Davidson or some shit, you know. He said, "Did you buy that from the
Smithsonian?"
There it is. Jesus Christ!
Wow, hard
Don't
times.
clip that. Don't clip that, please.
That's definitely getting clipped.
Yeah, sure.
For sure.
Michael's like, give me a time code.
He's like, all right,
24 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, I did not. I bought it off eBay, and I would like a new one. I loved that camera so much. I bought that one on a whim just because I wanted to try it out, and then it became my favorite in like using it. So I'd like to get like a new in-box one to have, like a really nice one. I'm okay with most of my like film photography stuff, and I have a lot of film photography stuff. I don't even have it here. It's like most of it's at my mom's house in her basement right now, because I've never had like a climate controlled apartment before the one that we're in literally right now. This is my first apartment ever with central air. I don't want like fungus in the lenses and stuff like that, so I just left it all at my mom's, and I brought it to my mom's and left it there. Anyway, I would like a new one. Most of my shit is really, really old and just barely works, or I fixed it to make it work myself, and I would like that camera I like so much. I would like a super clean one. You can get them. They're out there. So
Well, they still make them?
no.
Let's say, wait a damn minute.
Yeah, but you can get them.
I mean, you could still find cameras that are being made today that take film, but they're expensive.
They are.
It's more like expensive. It's very like artsy farts, you know.
Yeah, it's like you can still buy
anything film related is really
Minolta Freedom 3s that are in much better condition than the one that I have are going for like $30 to $80 depending on the condition.
Wow.
Not that bad.
Right. Now you just have to find a place to develop it.
Dude, the lab, we have a lab for that that I mail all of my film into.
We have a guy here in my area. He's actually the varsity wrestling coach that I went to high school with. He built a YouTube studio that schools can rent out for kids to learn how to do production stuff, and it's actually really freaking cool. I wouldn't mind going there one time and live streaming from there with you guys. That'd be sweet to show him how it's done. Like, he doesn't really understand. He's just setting up as like almost like little internships for people to help kids learn this type of stuff that you guys are going to be doing. It's going to be
I don't
crazy.
have very many good opportunities to plug this, but I do have an old YouTube channel that I don't really work on anymore called Active Capture. So if you want to see some of the cameras in my collection and cameras interest you, go check out the Active Capture YouTube channel.
I still don't know why people are still subscribed to my other channel.
Yeah.
I
know. Yeah,
nobody ever doesn't follow. It doesn't make any sense. But
Miranda says we did used to have a portable dark room. We had a dark bag. We would develop our own film in the kitchen, which was pretty cool. I just unpacked our film developing kit, and I have a really nice scanner too, the Epson Perfection V600. We did all our own scans. It came with the film cartridges, so you basically put your negatives in and it would do like translucent scans, which not every scanner can do. It was really nice. So again, not really the topic of this channel. Miranda's right, but I'm living in camera world right now. So
Willie's got a question.
Have you done a video on calibration on steppers? That is way over my head, dude. I have no idea. That I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do until you brought it up to me just now.
Yeah. So you'd usually deal with that through the controller. You would usually do like a calibration run where you would do like 100 millimeters. And if it moves like 50, you need to adjust. So that you would do that through the Ruida. I think there's a way to scale it through Lightburn too. I haven't had a need to.
Yeah, that's
look into that.
I've not been in a situation, I guess, where I felt like there was something wrong with a stepper for it to need calibrating.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, when I do inevitably have that issue, I will certainly make the video.
Well, Ed says you can do it in Lightburn.
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't. I'm pretty sure you can. I've just never had a need to. Anytime when I first get a machine and I do a run on it to test everything always came back fine. So
I'd like to see an entirely laser engraved Airstream. Is that one of those trailers?
Those big silver bullet looking ones.
Oh shit, dude, that'd be
that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
some of the older
portable ones,
like the older ones, have the wood paneling.
You'd need like those crazy like coherent lasers we were looking at. Just like push it through like a car wash and it's like,
Oh my god.
Is there like mounts to put the fumes out the window?
Oh, going back a little bit further, he's getting a 100-watt CO2 from OMTech, the red and black.
Oh,
is there anything you should be aware of?
What I started with.
You need an exhaust button.
Please don't use the fan that it comes with. If it comes with one, mine came with one. It was so bad. So go to AC Infinity, get like the S6, S8, and some venting stuff. And then, I mean, the old trick is you get a piece of plywood and you take your laser and cut a 6 or 8 inch circle out of it, and then feed your vent through it, and then tape the vent off with duct tape and place that plywood in the space where your window opens. That's, that's a perfectly good starter setup. If you want to spend a little more, get like a centrifuge fan. We have links to good ones on the buying guide. It's lasereverything.net/buying guide.
Sometimes the centrifugal ones are same or even cheaper.
Yeah, that's true. I'm really a big fan of the Vivo Sun ones. I know Kyle has a different brand that he likes. Both are linked on there.
Yeah, they work more or less the same. Yeah. One's just prettier than the other.
You may want to consider a 4-inch lens at some point, I would just get some extra lenses anyway. They're super cheap. I feel like we go through this checklist once a month, right? Hoses, check your hoses, make sure that they're not zip tied on. If they are, replace the zip ties with hose clamps. Make sure that you don't run anything but distilled water through your chiller system. Jimmy?
Do not use pond water. Do not use tap water.
Yes, especially in Florida.
Swap the mirrors out. The mirrors they come with are garbage, and good mirrors are super inexpensive. Light Object sells them. Again, links on the buying guide. You just measure them. Oh, they're 25 millimeter mirrors. Okay, take the old ones, throw them away. Take the new ones, put them in. It's like 2 little Allen screws and you're done. The last thing, and we still don't have a good video about this because it would be really hard to make a good video about this, but look into beam combiner kits. Maybe if you're feeling like you want to challenge yourself. Your Boyce is making a face. You're spoiled, man.
I don't need that.
Yeah, you do not need
goodness.
that. But I found, at least, I learned how to laser on an Epilog, which had a beam combiner like out of the source, and every laser that I've used after that, CO2 anyway, did not have a beam combiner, and I found it really difficult to work without one once I got a taste for it. So, you know, maybe people who started without one don't think it's as big of a deal, but I might start looking into something like that and start teaching yourself a little bit about what may or may not be involved, because that can really help out.
I have a thing to show. So normally a beam combiner would go like right here, right? So between the first mirror and the tube, but you can get this style beam combiner, which actually mounts to the wall after the first mirror before it goes to the second mirror. So if you don't want to mess with changing out your mirror mounts or adding an additional mount between the tube and the first mirror mount, like if it's too tight on your setup, you could try one of these.
I have never seen that. That sounds amazing, actually.
This is what I was looking at for mine, but it got delayed with my shopping.
I'm so thankful for my mirror.
There you go.
I mean, that's the thing, right? You have money or you have time. In your case, you had money and zero time.
Work.
So you got
for a year I had no time, so I was trying to make that money.
Right. Right.
Work my ass
Not that that's ever gotten any better for you. You are very, very good at filling your time.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
Well,
that's one of your
literally,
skills.
I was working in laser, recording some content before we came down here. Like I've been at it since I got home from work at 6.
Yeah,
I don't play. I ate something too.
You got good, you got fast, and you got cheap, and you can only pick 2, right?
Brian's saying, spoiled learner Epilog was one heck of a first system made in the good old USA. You know what? It made it
assembled
easy.
in the USA.
It made it very easy to learn the very basic core concepts, but there are other things that made it really challenging for me when moving to something that's more standardized. So when I made the jump into like the Omtech style machines and Ruida controlled machines, like speed is handled completely differently. I had years and years of experience built up with speeds being percentages in my head that didn't match to any real like value of speed. So, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, that's alderwood, 80% speed, you know, 20% power. And that doesn't mean anything because it's not tied to watts or, you know, millimeters per second or inches per second. So things like that made that very difficult. The other thing is jumping from Epilog, where you use the job manager and you're basically printing out of Corel Draw, is worlds different from something like EasyCAD or Lightburn, where it's like talking to the laser and you are involved in that process as a third party. Epilog basically cuts you out of that process. You know, that's like entirely automated and you don't really participate in that the way you do with EasyCAD and Lightburn. So while it made some things like the very core concepts and principles, and certainly the business aspect of laser engraving easier to learn, it definitely made some things harder to learn when I wanted to move to equipment that more people were using. It certainly made that more difficult. So I'd say if you're learning on something like an Omtech, you're going to be in an advantaged position when you're, you know, trying to grow.
I don't think I'll ever use anything else than what I have, because I got all the bells and whistles, and I don't have to, like the customer service. I had a stepper motor go out, burnt out, took a picture of the wiring. He goes, oh yeah, I see it, there it is. Overnight it, they sent me a video to hook it up, and you know, I can't ever go back to let me go on Facebook and ask a question in the group and have to wait, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm very I would be very irritated with that.
Well, that's good, man. That means you can focus on your business. I would never make a choice like that because I like fixing the things myself because then you learn how to use them better, you know?
That's what I got friends for, right?
That's right. That's why you have a very specific set of friends. Yeah.
Networking like a son of a gun.
Are we gonna get you a laser?
I don't know. I've been waiting for a while.
Do you have 2 square feet?
I literally, so let me see if I can, let me turn on a light real quick to show you. So the other day you guys saw that I got a 3D printer and I have it set up like right underneath my computer.
Oh, damn.
This thing can stack up one more and it stacks just high enough to where I could put something directly on top, and that's where I put the laser.
Okay, so I think he needs like a little like AL1 style, like cantilever laser. He's not going to be able to do like a...
Nothing heavy.
No.
Like a 400.
Anything big wouldn't work out too well for him up there.
Yeah, like the 400 by 400's out. Do we have...
I mean, I still got a whole ass garage I could put it in.
Could you put the computer on the third shelf and put the laser on top of the 3D printer?
I mean, yeah, I could. Or I could honestly switch place with the 3D printer, put the laser on the bottom.
Kyle, do you still have a cantilever? Like a 200, 180? It's the atom stack? Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. That'd be a good start.
I mean, eventually I plan to move out of this place and not have to have like my own area to where I can put bigger things at.
You have a window, right?
Yeah, over there.
You're going to need it for the exhaust.
Yeah.
Get you a little rolling cart. You can push it under the bed and you're done with it.
Oh, fun. One of my sound tiles is falling off the wall right there.
Yeah, I have one falling off too, brand new.
Yeah.
It did give me little extra like adhesive squares though.
See,
for when they start to break down.
I use drawer.
Mike C says send him the comm marker B4, but don't we that's spoken for, right?
That has plans already. Speaking of which, I spent all that time packaging it last night. I forgot 2 things.
Oh my god, dude. Have we talked about that out loud at all yet?
I think we've made little nods to it. I don't know if the full plan has come out.
You want to tell people like what we're doing?
We can share that. That's what Matt gets for not being here with us tonight. So as you can see, it's not there anymore. So the comm marker is kind of like the baby of the shop, right? Which kind of makes it, if you think, it would be a kind of a perfect machine to bring with you to a fair, a festival, a farmer's market, to do custom stuff. So that's kind of the game plan. Matt has a kind of an opportunity to do a monthly thing near where he lives, and he's going to share his experience doing that with a machine that is light enough to pick up and drag around without damaging you or the machine, which is the nice part. I think it weighs like 18 pounds.
How much is that bad boy? I like the idea of that too.
A week ago, I think it was, when we filmed, when we were doing the millijoule episodes back to back, it was on sale through Amazon, and then the company also put a $200 coupon code up for it, so you could get it for like $1,800 with 2 lenses. I don't know if it came with the rotary or not for that one or that price point, but I mean, pretty solid.
Oh my God.
This is going down to Matt. That's the slated plan for it. We'll have more to share on that. I did power testing on it too. It's got some interesting data to share on power testing. I was letting Alex know, and even he was surprised.
Well, Beaming Up says there's open mics in Peoria on Wednesday nights.
How early are you getting there? Can you get 5 solid minutes in 5 months?
Oh, I'm sure of that. But I won't be there on Wednesday, unfortunately.
I was telling the stream, Alex, that I was sharing with you some of the power results from when I did the power testing on the comm marker. It's kind of some interesting insights. I think we were both surprised.
Definitely.
So that'll be cool. Just to share what I'm referring to with that is I'm doing power testing on all the machines in my shop to determine how much amperage draw there is, how much actual wattage it's sucking down at idle versus at like 10, 20, 50, 100% power usage, and at speed. So how much power do you actually need to drive your machines in your shop? Does it need a dedicated circuit with everything else you might be running on it? And if you're taking a machine with you to a show, could you run it on, say, a small generator or a battery backup? Or do you need something more substantial?
All very good questions. I don't know the answers to, so I'm looking forward to hearing more about that for sure.
Science.
Science.
For science.
I've always just kept plugging things in. That's how the shop is set up. Oh man, I went back to the shop. Man, I haven't even told you guys about this yet, like even like off air, but I've been going back to the shop because we've moved out of the house. So like inevitably there are things there that instead of coming here needed to go to the shop. So I've been going to the shop to drop them off, and it is just a wreck because I've been dropping things off at the shop for like a year now without actually being there to like do work. And every time I go, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to drop off this bag of clothes that Miranda wants stored, or like, oh, we don't need this baby bouncer right now. And the last time that I was there, I was doing a big cleanup. So there's just like a mound of trash, like 20 feet tall, piled up against the wall, and like just all this stuff. Oh, by the way, Kyle, I also haven't talked to you about this off air, but I did get that server PC plugged in and set up over there. Nice. And I think we should like throw LETV back on because we have editors now and the PC's there and that basic program was set up. Michael would really like that, actually. Have you seen LETV, Michael? I don't think you've seen it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was a 24/7 live stream that was going for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, I think, was our... And we told people it was a test. Like, it wasn't ever meant to be long-term, but we want it to be long-term. And you would probably particularly enjoy this project, man, because it's like we were trying to make it as like TV as possible. So like an episode of the show would play and then like it would cut and there'd be like an ad and it'd be like, hey guys, my name's Alex and you're watching Laser Everything TV. If you love what you're seeing, don't forget to check out the LMA, and we've got brand new Secret Seagull hoodies you can get over at the merch shop. Anyway, back to the content. And then it would like cut again, you know, and like another episode of the show would play. And it went from concept to a decent looking stream fairly quickly. And then we dropped it because I didn't have time to like, the episodes needed like re-edits. Essentially, like a radio edit, you know, and the chat situation was messed up. Probably should turn the live chat off. I don't know. It's hard to say. It was
if you really wanted to do something dumb, what you can do. I'm not so sure if it works with YouTube, but I know it works specifically for Switch. You can take one of those PTZ cameras and actually allow the live chat to control it to look around inside the area that you guys are working in.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, well, we do have 2 of them. At LBX specifically, we could have one, you know, on the show floor and then one in the studio, which could be interesting. But yeah, I really want to take another look at that, especially because once it's set up, it doesn't require a lot of effort. It just requires the episodes to get dumped to a VLC playlist essentially, and then you're done, you know. So I want to turn that back on. Also, Anthony's giving me a hard time about millijule. So again, I've been editing all of the millijoules myself, and I've been moving and the baby and just like all of the excuses I give you guys every week about why I'm busy,
just stuff like that.
I'm in the grime right now, guys, but I'm on my way out. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think we're gonna start making the editors edit the millijule episodes, because instead of doing
Hey, Michael.
don't look like you're a professional. They literally the runtime is 5 minutes, if that, less usually, I'd say, right, Kyle? Less than 5?
2 to 4.
2 to 4 minutes, because instead of doing
maybe longer if you had bloopers.
Yeah, instead of doing every weekday, and I think we already talked about this on air.
Stuttering.
Instead of doing every weekday, we are just doing Mondays and Fridays. So Mondays will catch the weekend news, Fridays will catch the weekday news. And since it's not every day, I don't need to deliver an unedited episode of Millijule to Michael at 9 p.m. and say I need this up by 7 every night.
Doing that.
Right, which I never wanted to ask you to do. So I was doing it myself. But now that there's 2 to 4 days between releases and the runtime is so short, I think that's something that will make life a little bit easier on everybody except for Michael. So So yes, I'm well aware that we have not done a Millijule. It's literally like this has been the move week. We started sleeping here last week, but we had like a 10th of our stuff, and the movers came on Tuesday, again, 2 days ago. So I've just got like, I had, the guys saw it, you guys didn't see it. I think I posted a picture of it to the community tab on the YouTube page.
It was like a wall.
It's just like a wall of stuff. Like you couldn't even see the wall behind me because there were just boxes behind me instead. And I've got everything is shelved. All the wires and cables are organized. All of the technical here at the desk is set up. In fact, I can probably, if I do this right. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's right. I've got another camera. This is the Elgato face cam. But down here we've got the mixer and my little label maker. And you can see the main cam there is the R6. All done up and ready to go. And of course my Coke, some Stream Deck stuff. We got new key lights. The whole room is acoustically treated. There's the Pokemon stuff and the other shelves and things. So it's all unpacked. But sorry that Millijoule isn't on schedule. But we'll get back into having that come out on a regular basis because it seems like it was really popular. It seemed like people were enjoying it. So I definitely don't want to stop doing it. I want that to continue.
The most common feedback we got was it's a nice way for people to enjoy a little blooper of new snippets on their way to work. Yep. Or when they're getting started in their shop for the day.
We're going poop.
We're going poop. So why not?
I don't have control over the chat, so I'll let one of you guys do it. Brian Jensen said, "I'm waiting for the LE bloopers reel. I'll promise you this: if we can get 100 likes on this video, I'll make a blooper reel of everything dumb we've ever done."
100? That's lowballing.
That is lowballing.
Fine, 200.
There you go. That's better.
I was trying to make it possible.
That's a little
200 is
better.
definitely possible.
Anthony, stop giving us money. I'm dead. Stop giving us money. You already do a ton of work for us as a volunteer. Everybody shout out to Anthony for, taking care of everybody on Discord. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
I still need to get into the Discord.
It's there.
There's a link on every video we have.
There is.
Really?
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah. How has editing been so far, Michael? What do you?
It's been going good. I hate your organization, but it is what it is.
What do you want me to do differently?
The Google Drive.
Well, it's too late now. It's already there.
It's very entrenched.
No, right now I'm working on the light object series where you guys went and started playing with the actual laser tubes.
Nice.
So I'm working on that right now. One of the difficult things is I forget his name, the guy who's over light object.
Marco?
Yeah, Marco. He's got a very thick accent, so I'm trying to make a subtitle for him. And I'm struggling with some of the words, trying to make sure I get them all right. Other than that,
I'll check a preview of that and I'll confirm.
Other than that, everything's been going real smoothly. I got a couple episodes of eStop going. I think 2 episodes of this podcast. You just haven't posted anything yet.
I haven't said anything to anyone yet, but you just finished Lasered episode 4. Episode 4. How did that come out? Because I haven't even watched it yet. Are you pleased with it?
It came out pretty good. It was weird working on it just because I had to find all the little snippets, but I think it turned out pretty well, especially Did
you end up doing like that bottom bar with the settings before it shows it on? Wow, dude, that's a lot. That's crazy.
I copied. I literally. So I have my laptop pulled up right over here, and I just had this on the side playing that video, and I'd use it as reference. So I got all the names of the machines right, all the frequencies down. I even had to reference it sometimes because you were like, "Oh, we just used the same one as last time," and then say. And
then you have to go back an episode. Exactly. Yeah, totally.
So, but it's definitely been fun. It's been an interesting process to say the least.
Good. Oh my God. Michael Dias had to one up Anthony by 1 penny.
I'll see your $9.99.
Yeah. Again,
Michael is our other rock.
Someone who provides a literal ton of free slave labor for us is donating cash. Appreciated, but stop giving us money. You give us enough of your time. That's more than enough. But yeah, dude, I'm really, really excited to post that. Nobody liked Lasered, but I did, and I'm excited to watch it and upload it and just have it out there.
What I want to do too is I'll talk to you off air, Michael. But I want to maybe make little clips for social media, kind of push it for a couple days ahead of time, and then we can give a little more inertia on YouTube when we premiere it and say, "Hey man, you guys want to win a yada yada, whatever you give away on each video."
What was episode 4 about?
You guys were destroying a pair of Pixel Bud Pro.
Pixel Bud Pro. Yeah. I feel like those came out nice, actually. I feel like I remember those. We got some nice marks on that.
Some of the marks are really nice. You had a brown mark specifically from I think it was the
The
UV,
fiber or the UV?
No, yeah,
the
fiber.
UV does everything nice.
It was the fiber that did the brown mark because you had the cross path or whatever it's called. I'm slowly learning the terminology. Crosshatch, that's the one. Yeah, but it turned out really nicely. A lot of the marks were good, and then it just burst into a ball of flame. So if you guys like fire, look for the newest episode of Laser.
Is that the? No, I'm thinking of the AirPods, which we already did. I don't know.
Yeah, the AirPods, you guys destroyed.
The AirPod. Yeah, we just did AirPods, so this will be something new, which is exciting. We're at an hour, guys. I know it's quiet. It's because Matt's not here yapping his face off. And I will be in a better state. I'll be more coherent, pun intended, next week, essentially, when I'm done with this. So yeah, that's what I got. Anybody else got anything to close out for the day?
Blah blah blah. Follow, like. You know, you guys know the deal.
Smashing the buttons and pumpkins and all those things.
Yes.
Thank you, co-hosts, for being here. Thank you, audience, for putting up with me during my life-changing series of events it's just like, I think, finally coming to a close. The baby is not so like fragile and dumb anymore that like a light breeze is going to kill him, you know? And that makes moving around the house and getting things done much easier. And the office is built. So now that this is built, I can actually like work. And that's primarily my focus is going to be on the marketplace for a while. Kyle and Matt have a lot of content planned. We'll see what they shoot, but they have quite a bit planned. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of that, and you guys should be seeing some of that too. And then of course we've got a massive backlog. Michael knows, and he's been whipping through. He's actually, I was making fun of him when he started. I was like, good luck on the backlog. And now he's got like literally a folder with like a ton of that's done in it that I just haven't uploaded yet. So joke's on me. That's all I've got, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Camera Source Podcast. If you got value out of it, don't forget to smash the like button. Let everybody else know the content is good. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified the next time we go live, especially before LBX. You don't want to miss those notifications. So if you haven't clicked the bell, now's the time to do it. And go buy some merch. Go watch Active Capture. It's a weird trip from a very young, skinnier Alex playing with cameras that were made before I was born. I don't know. Rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Let people know it's a decent show. And, you know, shout out to everybody in chat that was here live tonight. Love and appreciate all of you. We're giving away those lasers soon. I was thinking about, like, I was going to text Miranda and be like, can we give away a laser and then make them sign, like, a liability release after? But I was like, I don't have the energy for that right now. So maybe next week. No, maybe next week. But that's all I've got. Thank you guys so much for listening. And we will see you in the next one. Have a great night.